Dr. Gilda Carle. Dr. Gilda, here we go. Let's rock and roll.
Okay, I have a question for everybody who's watching and listening today. You are a father. Your 13-year-old daughter was abducted and she was raped. They found the guy. He was put in whatever, he was put into prison or whatever, but he got out on $50,000 bail for 6 to 9 felonies related to raping the girl at age 13. The father is beyond furious. Meanwhile, daughter disappears again. He is now enraged. This is in Arkansas. Cops haven't found the daughter. The daughter's now 14. He went on a manhunt all by himself. Wait. This is the best. He went on a manhunt all by himself. He found that son of a bitch who raped his daughter, dragged him out of the car, and shot him dead. Saved the daughter.
Right.
He has been arrested.
Yep, this is what this came out. I think the person also is involved as a family friend in ways or something with the ex-wife, right?
I don't know. I didn't hear that. I just got the basics off
Yeah.
this whole thing. Arkansas father arrested after killing daughter's rapist. And I found that on LinkedIn, not on mass media, but on LinkedIn. So everybody was asked, what do you think? Do you think he should be held behind bars? Every single person who chimed in said absolutely not. He needed $150,000 on bail. They raised $150,000 on a GoFundMe. And now we have got to shake up the system by getting on platforms like this and saying, oh no, somebody rapes your daughter. What would you do? Kill the son of a bitch. I would do that. How dare he? The man was 67 years old. That old guy with the daughter who's now 14. How are you going to ever make her feel healed? She is for life
Yep.
dealing with this horror. And who do they arrest? Dad. Now I have, as a spokesperson as the spokesperson for International Council for Men and Boys. What do we want our men to be? Certainly not woke. We want our men to be protectors of us. Certainly, as a woman, I can tell you that. We want our men to be our protectors. And then a man goes out and protects his daughter, and then he's arrested for doing so? As far as I'm concerned, just as somebody who's watching this story and who's just a bystander, who's watching this and saying, that is not okay. This guy has to be taken off the planet for doing such a horrible thing. And the injustice system, $50,000 of bail? No, that's not okay. So everybody who chimed in said, no way. This guy, the father, ought to be getting off scot-free. What do you think, audience? What do you think, Neil?
I mean, here's the problem. If a police officer does the same thing for a rapist or a killer or something else, and they decide to take the law in their hands, they end up going to jail too. So that's the only unfair thing about it.
If a police officer is defending himself,
Well,
this
let's
is
say the police officer was defending himself. Do we
okay,
know
but
the guy was defending himself?
this was the reasoning behind arresting the father. They said that the 67-year-old rapist was not armed. And therefore, since the father couldn't say it was self-defense because the guy was not armed, they put him behind bars. I'm sorry, this is not justice to me. This is a man protecting his child. And a 14-year-old girl is going to be damaged for the rest of her life. And
Right.
it's up to us to speak out against this.
Oh, it's true. But then what about taking the law in your own hands? That's what we got to look at. I mean, here's the
Well, what
thing.
did the law do for the father?
I think that for sure he shouldn't have been in jail, but I think he has to have some sort of repercussion.
I don't.
So that's good.
I'm, I'm,
That'd be interesting. That would be an interesting Reddit conversation if we
well,
knew the whole story, or that
it
would be an
probably would.
interesting social media conversation.
No, this is where I am as tough as nails.
Right, exactly.
Somebody is so evil that they just,
Agree.
this girl has no life now for the rest of her days. How is she going to establish intimacy with a guy when she finally reaches the age of maturation? How is that going to even happen?
True.
A
But
father.
they say he didn't have a trial. What if it was not true? But I'm just saying it is. But what if it wasn't?
Well, we're not dealing with what's not true. We have a daughter who's been raped. Now
Right.
she's 14 years old. I can't even imagine what this girl is going through.
Right.
And then she turns around and sees her father who is protecting her. Thank you for that, dear father. And that's not even okay. So, what is she being taught by the system? Nobody can protect me. I don't know who to depend upon when I am in trouble. What am I supposed to do? A 14-year-old girl going against a 67-year-old man. Come on. No, no, that's not okay. We have to protect the mental health of our children. And this is a child. And this is a father doing what you hope every father would want to do.
Oh my goodness. Powerful, Dr. Gilda. So powerful.
Yeah, and I'm pissed off.
Okay, so this is where I'm going to say to you, we got to get more research on this and come back on Monday and look at this case a little further. I'll be the detective and say, do we really know all of this story? If you are saying it's true, that's where you say our laws need to change.
Well, there's no
And
doubt about that.
huh? Or a
There's no
law.
doubt about it. Our laws have to change. But if it is, well, I don't know. Look, I read it. That doesn't mean that it's correct. I've been reading a lot of things lately. I don't know what's correct. How are we to determine what is true?
Then you're going to have to investigate that a little bit more.
Just taking the bare facts that we know. Man who is a declared pedophile rapes a 13-year-old girl, has her at 14 in the car with him. The father grabs him. How he was even able to track him down, I don't even know. Where was the police? But I'm cheering this father on. I am saying yay for this father. And I want to tell this young girl, Daddy loves you. And this is your protector.
Yep.
And what you must look for in a man in the future is a protector, just like your father has been. It's horrible.
No, I agree.
What would you do if your daughter was raped? How would you handle it?
See, this is it. Let's just say two different things. If I was saying I had proof it was true and all those things, what would I do? It depends on who the person would be, because what if it was the law? This is the point you have to think about in a lot of ways. Would this have been better to put him into custody? Because if we're going to do that stuff, and let's just say, God forbid, this isn't true. He didn't know this. His daughter said she was raped, and she wasn't.
Well, okay.
Then
Okay.
what the hell have you done? He killed her. I mean, killed him, and he was innocent. I'm not saying he's
The
innocent.
guy was arrested and he came out on $50,000 bail for 6 to 9 felonies related to raping the girl at age
Okay,
13.
so we have to look at this. We have to look at this. What if it was just statutory rape? Now I'm going to go deeper into this whole thing.
Okay.
Should he die?
I want him off the planet.
Okay. All right. So this is where the laws have to change. We have to look deeper into this, Gilda, and then
Listen,
see.
but here, but you are forgetting one thing. He raped this 13-year-old girl, allegedly, or I think he did because he was arrested. They would not have arrested him
Well, not necessarily
and
because
given,
of
well, not
if it,
necessarily. Oh, okay. So he was arrested and comes out and goes ahead and does it to another girl. How do we protect our children?
right. Exactly. So then the laws need to change. People or violent crime stays and then they get back out of prison and then they kill somebody. The laws have to change.
We've seen too many situations where soft judges let out criminals, and
Right.
as soon as they come out, they are repeat offenders. We cannot let this thing go on. This has got to change.
Totally. All right. drgilda.com. Appreciate it, Dr. Gilda, and we'll talk